Hello guys and welcome back to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. Okay guys, so in today's video I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers first. So we're going to be learning how to cut this an 8 pieces skirt, so you can see 8 pieces full skirt. So at the end of the day, this was what I came up with. It was really fine, full, really fine. So you can see the middle part, you can see the curve. So this is the fabric that I'm going to be making use of. So it is a 6 yards of Ankara. So at the end of the day, I think I used about 3.5 yards. Yes, that was what I actually used. If you want it really this full, but if you want to add a tail, you are going to need up to like 4 yards. Okay, so please, if you find this video helpful, please hit on the like button. I would appreciate that. So we're going to be using our free hand. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to show you guys how to fold the fabric. So I use 17 inches to fold the down part. So I just fold it like an angle, and then I measured out the full length. So the next thing, from that point I came down by 9 inches. That's my hip line. And then the next line I came up with came down was 21. That's the knee line. Okay, so you can see the way I folded the fabric. That top part is the waistline, the hip line, and then the knee line. Okay, so these are the three lines. So from that center part I came in by 2 inches, and then I just curved it. So when I got to the knee part, let me see, 2 inches, and then when I got to the knee part I reduced it by 1.5. So you can see, because I reduced it, you can see the way my hand is now slanting. It now came, it now just the essence of this line is to create a shape. It's an 8 pieces, so the center will be joined together. So you can see, so I'm just trying to explain. So because I reduced it from the center to about 1.5, so the next thing we're going to do now, from that part we're going to add our bust span measurement. So our bust span that I'm using for this is 8 inches. So I'll divide that 8 inches into two, and then I'll just mark it for 4 inches, and I'll come to the knee line also, and then I'll mark it there. So after marking, I'll just connect it. So you can see it's a simple process. This one is like a constant measurement, you understand? And then after that, I'll just curve it to that line, to the down part of the skirt. So like I said, the down part of the skirt I used 17 inches because I wanted it to be very full. So I'm going to explain this again. I'll go over it again. Okay, so now let's see. I came in by 2 inches. 2 inches, this that part I came down, that part, and my hand is, that part is 1.5, and then from there I just connected it to the down part. So with that, when we cut out, we're going to have an opening. Then from that point I came in by 4 inches, because the fabric is folded into two. The 4 inches is constant, you understand? You can use it for any size. And then I connected it, and then for the down part I just use what I have left, just create a curve, and then now I'm going to cut this out. You can try this out on a pattern paper first. You can see, so that's the center part I explained. I'm now cutting it out. Okay, and then put a notch at the center when you are done. This is the center piece. So when you open it like this, you can see you already have two pieces. You can see the way the curve is. So the next thing now, after that, I'm going to take that center part to cut the side part. So I folded my fabric again at 17 again, and then I place the edge. You remember, that's why you need to notch it so that you know where is the center. This one is the side and not the center front. The center front has a notch. So I pin this now to the side of my skirt, although that's the fabric that I have on the table. So I'm just pinning it. I just pinned it. You can see it's folded into two also to cut the side. After that, I extended the lines, the waistline, the hip line, the knee line. So now we're going to take our full measurement. So now from that edge now, we're going to make the waist measurement. You place it, you mark it, and then add allowance. Remember that center piece, you need to leave your stitching allowance there. So that is why you see that my hand is not on the end. So I'll mark the waist measurement, and then my hip measurement also. I'll divide them into four. This measurement now, you divide them into four. You place it, and then you add your stitching allowance. So you can see my hip shape is coming out. So I'll check what I have here. I'll bring it to my knee line. I'll reduce it by 2 inches. Just the same thing I have there, just reduce it by 2 inches, and then I'll make a curve. So I'm just trying to double check and place that like that, so you can see. So the next thing now I'm going to is remaining the down part. So for the down part, I'll just extend the line, and then I will use my ruler just to create that angle, just to make it flay out the way I want. So if you want it to flay more, you can use 20 inches to fold your fabric. So at the end of the day, that's just basically all for an 8 pieces skirt. You see how easy it is. In case you don't understand this, just watch it again, go over it again, and then you will see. So that's the full length. I'm just trying to like double check my full length. So that's everything. So this side piece now that I cut, I'm going to cut out another two. The side piece, you need to cut out two. That's 4 pieces. This is the first two, and then I'll cut out the second two. So now I'm cutting that side now, because why I need to cut it to be the same, because at the end of the day you are going to stitch them together, so you need the sides, you need them to be the same. Okay, so you can see I'm just trying to check it to open it to see. So you can see how this one now cut out another two for the front, two for the back. So after that, now I'm going to show you how to cut the back piece. So this one now is for my center back. I'll use this to cut out my back piece. So the only difference between this center front and the back is zip allowance. So but the side like that is going to be the same. So if I want to cut a normal, if I don't want to cut the one that has tail, what I'm going to do, I'll just add zip allowance like this. Just run it down, just add 2 inches to the side like that, and then just zip allowance and then run it to the down. But if I want to add a tail, you can see how I'm doing now. Shift the center front like this. I'll place it like at an angle. So I'm just trying to double check my camera, and then I'll place it like this, open it up. Depends on how much tail I want, how full I want the back to be. You can see I'm placing it, and then the side like that, that side will be the same. You make sure you mark the waist, and then from that part you come in by 2 inches for your zip allowance, and then when you come to your hip line too, you come in by 2 inches for your zip allowance. When you get to the knee line to 2 inches. So then when you now get to the knee line, that's where you now create a flay out for back tail. So depends on how much you open up. You can see that will determine how open the how big the tail will be. So you can see what I'm trying to do. So once you create that triangle, extra angle, and add to the back, you are going to have a tail at the back. So you can see, but this side you make sure that everything is equal. But if you don't want that tail, just run that 2 inches, run it down straight, and then your skirt is good to go. So I'll cut out now. So at the end of the day, this is everything that we need. So this is the side piece. Like I told you, I cut out 4 pieces of it. You can see it. And then this is the center front. That center front, make sure you notch the parts that you are going to join. You will join it in the center, so that you not do it the wrong way. Okay, so you can see I'm just trying to show you to open it up for you. You can see this is how it looks. You see the shape. So that center, now put a notch there, so that you know that you will stitch it like this. So once you join it, now that's for the first center front, and then you now pick one part of the side, add it to stitch it on the side, and then take another one and add it to the other side. So you can see how it is. So this one now, you now pick this one, and then you stitch it down, and then pick the other one also and stitch it on the other side also. So that's it. Is a simple process. Just stitch it down like that. You can see that's all. So I the same thing to the back piece. So now I'll show you how to stitch it on the machine. Is like I said, it's a simple process. So I've cut out all of my lining, cut out everything, let everything be the same, and then you stitch. So now this is my center front now and my side. So I'll keep the side. I'm going to take the center front. Now this is the center front. Is that you remember that part we put notch? So that's the part I'm going to join first, just to stitch it, to make sure to join this front center front back to return back to one. So note, always make sure you put that notch there. And then so I'm going to stitch it. So after stitching it to the down, you can see the skirt is looking really full already. That's the beauty. You can see how this is. So like I said, that 8 inches I use is constant. You can use it for any measurement. It will work perfectly well. And then so now this is the side. I'll take one piece of the side to join to one side. So this is the center front. Now I'll join one piece on the right and then join the other piece on the left. So that's basically an 8 pieces skirt for you. The shape of 8 pieces skirt is always different. It has one kind of beauty because of that join that we join it at the center. It gives it one kind of flow. Let me use that word. Okay. So now I'm just trying to stitch the side piece together to it. So after stitching on one side, and then I'll stitch the other side also. So I'll just pick the other piece. Now that's the remaining piece. I'll stitch it on the side so you can see. So the side, both front and back sides, they are the same. You understand? You cut out 4 pieces exactly like the same. So the only difference are the center front. That's the only difference, okay? And the center back. So I'm going to stitch that now. So like I said, you can try this on a pattern paper or use by lining. Try it first if you don't know how to cut it. So at the end of the day, that's all. What I'm just going to do now is just for me to iron it. And then this is the back piece. The same thing, I'll stitch the side. Also, just stitch it like that. Hold them together and then stitch. So at the end of the day, after stitching the back and the front, joining them together, is just for me to bring my front piece and my back piece together and then join them on the side. Use your waist measurement and just stitch them and then join it down. Follow your measurement down. That's all. That's basically all. So at the end of the day, you can see this is how our skirt looks like. It came out really fine. You can see how full it is. It is usually fuller than 6 pieces. So thank you so much. Please, if you find this video helpful, please hit on the like button. This dress is actually a dress, is a gown. So I just made the skirt before I'll continue teaching to doing the top part. So thank you so much for watching. Please like the video. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I would appreciate that. Thank you so much, guys, and I will see you next in my next video. So like I said, share the video, okay? Thank you so much, and support the channel also. Bye bye.